Hey kids, it's Mr. Fly here, hope you're well. Now it turns out the rain in Spain doesn't stay mainly in the plains. Here I am between Malaga and Marbella at Toro Adventure once again at the HQ. Here's the villa just here, look. And here's a couple behind me of the amazing GS Rallies that you can rent out here. Unfortunately, the weather's absolutely pants. Didn't expect this, and just shows you that it's not always absolutely fantastic in Spain. But never mind, it's still nice and warm. And basically, my plan for the day is just to have a nice ride with Lyndon, the owner of Toro Adventures. We're going up to get a nice lunch. So stick around, stay tuned, just for a bit of general vloggage, really, see what we can find. Alrighty, so the rain has stopped sufficiently for us to go and find a nice lunch somewhere. We're off to a place I think called Potox, P-O-T-O-X. Gosh, you can see all the debris that was washed down here. The rain here has been epic the last couple of days. We've not been able to get out on the bikes because they've had absolutely torrential rain in southern Spain. And in fact, some of the local roads have been washed away. It's been amazing. Some people on Mallorca are actually killed. So not the luckiest bit of timing to come out, to be fair. But according to the forecast, we should have seen the worst of the rain today now. I've got my excellent Oxford jacket on, which if it does rain means I'll stay nice and dry. And it's a very pleasant 21 degrees, so certainly not cold. Oh, it's great to be out on the big GS again. And I'm lucky enough today, actually, I'm out on one of Lyndon's newer bikes. One of the things about the fleet is that he does keep them up to date. This one's got the TFT screen on this particular GS Rallye. And he's soon to be taking delivery as well of his first 1250 for the fleet. So looking forward to hopefully getting a ride on that at some point in the future. He said I can, so looking forward to that. Well, check out those clouds up ahead. I've been so jammy this year with my touring, getting just absolutely amazing weather wherever I've been, in particular the Western Isles in Scotland. And also my Arctic Circle trip and through Norway was absolutely stunning. So I guess if I do get a bit of bad luck with the weather this time, then well, I can't really complain this year. But of all the places, here I am, southern Spain, where it's usually warm and sunny all year round, and I just happen to come on their worst spot of weather all year. But there we go. Got to get my head doled into riding on the right again. Quite sure what the Clio's doing. It's also the first time that I've been out in anger on a foreign tour using the GoPro 7. So I've mounted it up on this helmet. This is my Arrow Tour X4 that I'm using, my trusty touring helmet. And because of the way the GoPro 7 works with the external microphone adapter, and also the sort of inflexible lead that you have to plug in for the microphone, I've had to mount the camera a bit further away from the helmet than I've done in the past. So I'm very interested to see how that works from a viewpoint of view. And also because it is pretty damp, as you can see, there's still a little bit of rain in the air, whether I have any issues with the waterproofness, because I've had to take the little door that protects the ports off the camera in order to plug the microphone in. I had to take the door off, so we'll see what happens there from a waterproof point of view. Despite the way these clouds look, it is a lovely and warm day though, so it's just nice to be out on the bikes again. Lovely silky smooth gearbox on this particular machine. Of course, it's fitted with all the latest gizmos. It's got the BMW Gear Shift Assist Pro, which has come on great stride since I had it fitted to my now 5-year-old GS. A lot of people wonder why you need quick shifters on effectively touring bikes, but I tell you, they just make the riding experience so much easier. It's just a nice thing to have. I would definitely recommend getting that spec'd up if you're thinking about getting one of these bikes. One of the things about using this new Hero 7 camera as a vlogging camera, which I have to say I really don't like, is the fact that compared to my old Hero 4, they've made the LEDs, the red LEDs, much smaller. And with my dark visor on my helmet and my sunglasses, which I tend to always ride with, no matter how bright the day is, because I have quite sensitive eyes, I can't actually see by looking in the mirror whether the camera's rolling or not, and that's going to be a real nuisance in the future. It's such a shame, because I do think this Hero 7 is a great camera from a stabilisation point of view. That works really nicely. But the old Hero 4 was just a better option for vlogging with, what with its bigger buttons on the waterproof case and its array of large LEDs that you could easily see. It's strange, isn't it, how these manufacturers, as they make gadgets, sometimes they do what they call an upgrade and it turns out to be a downgrade as far as you're concerned. Well, this is a splendid little town. All the recent rains has made these roads perilously slippery. Just here it's not so bad, but on some of the approach roads when I wasn't filming, lots of mud had been washed across the sort of carriageway. It makes for very slippery riding. I'm glad to see that this new bike that I'm riding is actually fitted with ABS Pro as well. That's the lean angle sensitive stuff. I'm not going to test it to the limit of physics, but it's nice to know that it's there. Just past Marbella Gun and Country Club. I've no idea what the gun laws are in Spain, but you definitely don't see gun and country clubs in the UK. It's a new one on me. So we're starting to properly get up into the mountains now. It's all very nice. Hello, Lyndon. It just reminds me what lovely roads there are around here, even when it's wet. Very little traffic, great views. Starting to regret putting my fleece on now. According to the splendid TFT screen on here, it's 21 degrees and starting to feel a bit warm on the bike, which is rather nice. It's incredible when the landscape is damp around here, as clearly it is now. I've not ridden around here in the wet before, and it's got an amazing smell about the vegetation. It's a pleasant smell, very difficult to describe. It's got a sort of citrusy, well, I can't describe it, it's very difficult to describe smells, isn't it? But take my word from it, very nice. Oh, what a treat to be back on decent roads, having been spoilt with the roads of Norway recently, which were just sublime, to then go back to the southeast of England and realise that actually the roads there are pants compared to what is available in Europe. It's just nice to come back to these sweepers again. And I'm glad to say these more main roads aren't as washed out as those more minor roads, which were quite treacherous in the mud actually. But my stomach definitely telling me it's lunchtime. So looking forward to this burrito that I've been promised. Clouds still looking ominous to my right. I'm clinging onto the little patches of blue sky up there. Hope you can see okay. I've got some rain spats all over my visor, and I forgot that of course the camera no doubt is covered in a few bits of moisture as well, so I've tried to give it a bit of a clean. I hope you can see okay. Before anyone comments, by the way, the speedo is calibrated in kilometres now because I am in Spain and it is a Spanish bike. I'm not really doing 92 miles an hour down a minor road. We just passed into the village of Arroya, A-R-R-O-Y-A, as we're heading up, I think sort of skirting the edge of the national park. Now I did some research before I came out to Spain just to check what the laws are with regards to flying drones here. And they do vary depending on where you are, but in general the laws are quite tight. You certainly can't go flying your drone in a national park without specific permission. So I won't be doing that, because the fines are pretty prohibitive. We're talking in the many tens of thousands of euros potentially fined if you're caught for flying a drone in a national park. So don't bring one out and do that here, you'll be in trouble. But if you use common sense and apply the usual sort of rules of dronage, so no flying over built up areas or groups of people, keep it in line of sight and not higher than 400 metres, then you should be okay, as I say, as long as you're not in a national park. But don't take my word for it, check out the laws for where you're going before you come. So here we are, just arriving at Tolox, if that's how you pronounce it, which is where some of the best burritos in Andalusia are to be found. Oh, actually we've got 3k to go, look, but it's up this road somewhere. Dare I say it, the roads are starting to dry out a little bit now, which certainly helps psychologically in terms of grip on some of these hairpin-like corners. It's all very well having good tyres and ABS Pro and everything else, but it's very hard, isn't it, as somebody that's ridden motorbikes for a little while and had one or two little slides in the wet, not to ride a little bit more tentatively when it's slippy under tyre. In fact, thinking about the pronunciation, the L's, it may well be Tolox. Tolox, let's go with that. Maybe if there's any Spanish viewers watching, you can put me right on how you phonetically pronounce this place. I'm going with Tolox, or Toyo, maybe it's Toyo. Oh hell, I don't know. I've got to learn Spanish. I love coming out to Spain and the Spanish islands. I've been lucky enough to do it quite a bit in the last few years. Mallorca, the Canaries, the Spanish mainland, I love it. Really need to get beyond the basics as far as the language is concerned. Oh, white van, excellent. Luckily on the other side of the road, so not impeding progress. Ah, I'm assuming that's the town there, all those white buildings. I may be wrong. They look pretty impressive nesting in that valley. Here we are, Tolox, Toyo. Oh no, it's just starting to rain again. It's not what we want. Okay, so it's turned into a bit of a tropical looking spot now as we've continued to climb out of Toyo towards, I hope, our restaurant. Very impressive looking gorge here. Just got to watch for a little bit of debris on the roads potentially up here. Ah yes, this is a little bit more challenging. Oh, blue sky, that's what we want to see. Stunning views up here. So, it's still a little bit of moisture up there, a few clouds. I don't know how high we're going, but it could well be a bit of rain again, which should be a shame. Oh, check this out. Splendid. This is what motorbiking is all about, isn't it? Coming to places, visiting spots you wouldn't otherwise go to. Well, I love motorbikes for all the reasons that everybody else does. Exciting, I like the actual bits of kit, the sensations you get when you ride and so on. But I mostly like them because you can go and visit spots. Going on tour, that's what I like doing. And motorbikes are great for that. And yes, you could do this of course in a car, but you just don't feel as connected with the surroundings when you're in a tin box. Having said that, these roads are quite narrow. I'm not entirely sure I want to do this in a car, although it is of course possible. Amazing colour, the vegetation here, this red. What a place. I'll tell you what, if you didn't know this amazing burrito place was up here, you probably wouldn't come up, would you? And you'd be missing out on this stunning road and stunning view. Look at that. Absolutely amazing. Check that out. And I'm guessing this is the lunch stop. Let's go check this out. Oh man, this bike needs a clean. What a shame. Excellent. That was great. So the best burritos in Spain, you reckon? Or Andalusia at least? Excellent, let's check them out then.
Hello.
Hola.
You okay for comida?
Yes. What time? Yes, perfect.
The burritos.
Oh,
The
yes.
infamous burritos.
Well, apparently there's a bit of a cracking view out here, so we're going to check it out. Oh yeah, check that out. I'll tell you what, this is one of those examples of where I really wish I'd brought me glasses. I'm going to have to watch the film back. Thank goodness for the Hero 7. I'll be able to enjoy the view another time.
In the safety of your own
Look
home.
at that, we can have a little dip in the pool.
They're frowned upon with boots on, but
Yeah. Be a good test of me new waterproof kit though, wouldn't it?
it would be. It would be the ultimate test.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh nice,
So
look at
the
that.
Guadalajara Valley with Tolox below us.
So I reckon that's pronounced Toyo.
Toyo.
I'm going for.
Tolox.
I'm appealing to any Spanish viewers to let me know phonetically how that's done.
No. Double L will be Y, so.
Would it? Oh,
Tolox.
okay then. Definitely
Tolox.
You're not talking bollocks,
Yeah,
are you?
talking a load of Tolox.
Look at that. Looks so much better without the rain, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy rain, crazy days. But there we go. Hopefully tomorrow.
Beautiful. Yeah, look at that.
Blue sky.
Blue sky up there.
And above us is the Sierra Las Nieves Mountains, nature reserve. Incredible, incredible. With a higher mountain than in Great Britain.
What, higher than Ben Nevis?
Yes,
Wow.
1,380 metres, I believe.
I'll look that up and check.
And the hotel that does a meal and a siesta for 2 hours.
The mind boggles. We're not doing that. I just had to throw that in there. We're giving that option a miss. Right, to the burritos.
To the burritos.
Okay, so this is a health conscious burrito. You've got the unhealthy one due. Yeah. But my word, that is not small, is it? Okay.
We didn't lie.
We'll be back in a minute to let you know if it is the best one in the world. Right, let's tuck in. Oh. Great drippage. Quality flavour. Yeah, that's good.
Good.
Having not tried every burrito in Spain, I can't verify that it's the best, but it's up there with them, for sure. Well, what a splendid little lunch spot. Right. Oh, a bit of keyless action. Never tire of seeing this TFT start up. Pretty cool, like it. Well, what a top lunch spot that was. Beautiful hotel, fantastic food. I'll tell you what, Lyndon's got a very good nose for sniffing out a good restaurant, so I'll give him that. Sadly, the weather has socked in a bit though. It's there might be some breaks in the cloud, but it looks a bit cloudy up there. Anyway, I think we might have some slightly more challenging riding ahead. We'll see. What I could really do with it after that lunch is a siesta. Right then, we're out of here. Oh, it smells beautiful out. It's like a cinnamon smell. I can't quite put me finger on why it would smell of cinnamon, but it does. Oops, right, what happens here then? Right, we're in enduro mode. Whoa, slippy. Oh, it's been a while since I went properly off-road on a GS. Always a little bit hair-raising, but great fun. Thank goodness I didn't have any alcohol at lunchtime. Well, I can really feel the bike sliding around underneath me. This enduro mode is quite something, actually. I think the trick is just to sort of power through it. See, I have all these people saying that I never go off-road on my GS. Well, you're right, I don't go off-road on my GS. Crikey, the pressure's on, of course. This bike only done, it's only just passed its first service, brand new. It's the newest one on the fleet, and well, I guess I'm pretty lucky that they didn't trust me to ride it. Wow, what a spot. Let's not get too near the edge. I don't want to talk anything up because I'm by no means an off-road expert, but these bikes are so nicely balanced when you stand up on them. And the trick with this, as ever, is to try and stay relaxed, even though, you know, every bone in your body is saying, tense up. If you can keep relaxed, it works out better. Stunning colours up here, these reds.